Hello friends, in this lecture we are going to understand valuation of goodwill, how to value the goodwill. So let us directly jump into the lecture, how to value the goodwill or methods of valuation of goodwill. And I will be explaining you from the point of view of admission of the partner. The same logic applies or the same methods applies for retirement, death or any other purpose of valuation. Is it alright? Try to understand there is one partnership firm AB and Company where A and B are partners. They are already partners. They are planning to introduce C as a partner. So C will be a new partner. A and B says, this we have understood in why to value the goodwill. A and B says that you will have to give your share of goodwill to us both. That is A and B both. Is it alright? So C will have to give his share of goodwill either in cash or directly a journal entry will be passed whereby C's account will be debited. A and as we have learned it before, is it alright? C's account will be debited. A and B account will be credited. Is it alright? But what should be the value? Is it alright? A and B says it should be 300 crore. Then C will have to pay 300 into 1 by 3, that is 100 crore. Is it alright? Sir, how you have found out this? I'll teach you this. Right now, this is not much important. Try to understand this is a C's share of goodwill. Is it alright? So, he will have to give 100 crore rupees to this partner. Is it alright? C says that no, it is 30 crore. C says it is 30 crore. If 30 crore is there, then C will have to pay only 1 by 3. That is 10 crore rupees to A and B. Is it alright? So what should be the value of the goodwill? 300 crore or 30 crore? C will always say less. And A and B will always say more. Then what I should do? Is it alright? How to value the goodwill or which figure should be taken correctly? 30 or 300? See, this is just like negotiating when you are purchasing potatoes. He says 10 rupees, you say 8 rupees. Is it alright? It is the same thing as this. C will always say lesser amount. A and B will always say higher amount. Is it alright? Neither of them might be correct, but there are the methods for which C and A and B would agree. Like, number one, they would agree, let us take last 3 years of profit. Is it alright? Find out average of last 3 years profit. It may be simple average, it may be weighted average. I'll be going to it. And multiply 5 to that average profit. Is that alright? So what is this? 5 years average profit will be is equal to goodwill. Sir, what is the connection between profit and goodwill? Nothing. But there should be some logical method of valuation. Say if I am valuing my Lakshya Academy, I cannot value it at 500 crore rupees. I have to see my profit. My last year's profit is say 10 lakhs. Every year it is 10 lakhs for last 5 years. I should value approximately 50 lakhs. I cannot value this at 200 crore rupees. Are you getting it? So there is some logical relationship between profit and goodwill, but it is not direct. Is it alright? So this is average profit multiplied by 5 will be nothing but valuation of goodwill. And here comes our first method, which is termed as average profit method, whereby average can be done of a simple average can be done of weighted average. Let me take a simple example and explain this first method, that is nothing but average profit method. See, if all the parties have understood that we will be valuing goodwill is equal to 5 years of average profit of 3 years. 5 years average profit of 3 years. Is it correct? See, this is very easy to understand. You need to take 5 years profit, but for finding out average profit you need to take 3 years. Is it correct? So last 3 years my profit was this. So this is year 2020. So last 2019, 2018 and 2017. Last 3 years my profit were 100 crore rupees. These were my profits in last 3 years. Is that it? Now, if the method says me to find it out by simple average, then 300 divided by 3 is 100 crore is nothing but my simple average. What will be valuation? Valuation will be 100 crore is average profit of last 3 years multiplied by 5. They both have decided. See, sometimes students ask me, I ask to sometimes students that where this 5 came from. Who decided this? Partnership Act decided this? The answer is no. This is decided by the parties. In our case, A, B and C have decided that this figure should be 5 years average profit, and for finding out average profit, we will be taking last 3 years profit. Sorry. So this method is also decided by whom? It is decided by the parties who need to value it. A and B and C will sit together and decided that this average profit will be found out by simple average or weighted average. Sorry. So 100 crore multiplied by 5 years, 500 crore will be nothing but valuation of goodwill. If the same sum with a profit of 100 crore in last 3 years, if they have given some weight, is it alright? See, normally this year should be given more weight, this year should be given less weight, and this year should be given least weight. So sometimes what is given is weight is given. This is termed as weight. For students where it will be written in the question, but in real life where this is written, this is decided between the parties. A, B and C will decide how to find out the average profit by weighted average. What should be taken as a weight? Is it alright? Weighted average is a sigma IW divided by sigma W. Those who don't know, this is I, this is W. Sigma W is 6. This will be 300. This will be 200. This will be 100. This is 600. 600 divided by 6 again is 100. If the variable is same, believe me, whatever method you do, but just I have done sigma IW. This is sigma IW divided by sigma W, which is nothing but 100 crore. In this the answer comes same, but it can be weighted average. Weighted and average answer will be different. If you take this 100, 200 and 300, answer will change. Is it all? Let me take in weighted average this figure only. 100, 200 and 300. Stop it. Weight will be 6. This will be 300. This will be 400. This will be 300. This will be 1000. Yes. And this will be 1000 divided by 6, which will be is equal to 166.67. Okay, 5 years weighted average profit of last 3 years is to be taken. So 5 into 166.67 will be nothing but valuation of goodwill, which is nothing but 166.67 multiplied by 5. It is 833.35 crore rupees will be valuation of goodwill. Is it alright? So this is a simple average, this is weighted average. See, I have seen n numbers of controversies at lower standard whereby student says that if nothing is given you should take weighted average, if nothing is given you should take simple average. The logic says whether you take simple average or weighted average, it is absolutely alright. If nothing is given you may take simple average because the nothing weight is intended. If you take weighted average, then you are giving more weightage to the latest number of years. But understand, in mathematics also there is no concept like simple average and weighted average. Simple average is a weighted average where weight is equal. Take weight 111 over here. Your answer of average, weighted average will be still 100. Simple average is just a weighted average, but where the weights is equal or not given, then the simple average answer will be equal to weighted average if you take weight as equal. Is it alright? So whether to take simple average or weighted average, nothing is given. As per my opinion, you can take anything. If weighted average is given, you should be taking that weights and find out average and just calculate number of years. This is how the goodwill will be valued and the partner shares will be found out by this first method, which is nothing but average profit method. What we do, we find out average profit and then somewhat is decided, some number of years is decided, we just multiply it. Start it. Second method that we are going to learn is super profit method. How to find out? First, super profit method goodwill. Try to understand again who will be sitting on the table and deciding the methods A, B and C. The partners and new coming partner will be deciding what should be the method for valuation of goodwill. What they have mutually decided, 5 years super profit will be nothing but equal to goodwill. They have mutually decided that 5 years of profit will be nothing but goodwill. Which profit? Super profit. Try to understand, this is also not a very rocket science type concept. It is very easy concept. Is it alright? See, what market can earn is rupees 100 per year. What this firm can earn is rupees 100 per year, then there is no goodwill factor coming into picture. Is it alright? Say I am manufacturing a simple jeans and my profit is 100 crore per annum. Levi's is manufacturing also jeans, but their profit is say 1000 crore, 2000 crore. Then they are having goodwill. Then the goodwill should be valued because they can earn some more profit as compared to other persons having same investment. Is it alright? So what is your return or firm's return? Is it alright? Minus what is normal return. How to find out normal return? I'll tell you, it is very simple. Will be is equal to super profit. Alright. Say a firm's current year's profit is say 100 crore rupees. Try to concentrate. Is return of the firm or profit of the firm actually earned. this is nothing but what is actually earned. Is it? What should be normally earned, or what others are earning? What should be normally earned, or what others are earning? Is it all right? Now, how to find out this is very simple. Is it all right? First, find out I'm going to normal return and I'm explaining you this. First, understand what is your capital employed. A very simple concept. How much money is invested in your business? Say this is my balance sheet. My assets are 1500 crore. My outside liability is 500 crore. And partners capital is 1000 crore. The balance sheet is tallied. A simple balance sheet I have taken just for understanding the concept. This is the balance sheet. What is my capital employed? How much money the owner has invested in the business? Two ways to find out. How much money owners have invested in the business? Direct method. Just see the capital and reserves and profit, you will be getting the answer. Capital employed, how much money is invested in the business? Or assets minus outside liability. Is it coming the same figure? 1500 minus 500 is nothing but 1000 crore. Is it alright? So what is capital employed is 1000 crore. Is it alright? Now understand normal rate of return. Is it alright? Another concept, normal rate of return. I am explaining you in a separate PPT. Normal rate of return. See, I am in a industry of manufacturing this pen. There are other pen manufacturer also. Is it alright? How much return they earn on their investment? How much return they earn on their investment? Say normally in our industry, if people invest 100 crore rupees, what they get is 8% rate of return. See, there are different businesses. In my business, if you invest 100 rupees, if your business is successful, you get 30% rate of return. Is it alright? Every 100 rupees invested, every year from that 100 rupees, you will be getting 30 rupees. Here, this industry is such that it is having 8% rate of return. Is it alright? What is capital employed or money invested? 100 rupees. 8% normal rate of return, then this company should be earning 8 crore rupees. Should be earning, not actually earning. Normally this type of company should be earning 8 crore rupees. This 8% is nothing but normal rate of return. What industry rate of return is, what other people in the same industries are earning. If you are not having any goodwill and if you do this type of business, on every 100 rupees, how much rupees you get as rate of return? That is nothing but 8%. That is nothing but normal rate of return. Say in our industry also, normal rate of return is say 8%. How much is our capital employed? 1000 crore. So 1000 crore is the money invested. I should be earning 8% on it. So I should be earning 80 crore rupees. See, now understand logically. I should be earning. This is what I am earning. I means firm. I am earning. Now you understood the concept of that super. every people in our firm, if they have invested 1000 crore rupees in our industry, other persons are earning 80 crore, whereby my firm is earning 100 crore. Why so? I'm not manufacturing something extraordinary, because my product is having goodwill. My product is having goodwill in the market, and so I can sell it at a higher price. I can manufacture it at lower cost sometimes, and so my profit is higher than other company, and so the difference between 100 crore return of the firm minus normal rate of return, 100 minus 80 crore, will be termed as super profit. But understand, this is not an end of valuation of goodwill. Is it all right? 20 crore is nothing but super profit. But what is the super profit formula they initially agreed? 5 into 20 crore is equal to 100 crore rupees, nothing but will be valuation of goodwill in this sum which we have taken. So this will be always fine? No, it can be 3, it can be 2, it can be 1, it can be 2.5. It is decided between A, B and C. So there is no special rule that should be 5, 3, 2, 1, etc. But this is what super profit looks like, where super profit is your actual rate of return minus, and not rate of return, but it is actual return minus normal return. Is it all right? How to find out normal return is capital employed minus normal rate of return. This is how normal return is found out. Actual return will always be given. So this is nothing but second method, which is nothing but super profit method of valuation of goodwill. Again, we are going to do some of the questions of this method also, but right now we are just understanding the basics of this whole method of valuation of goodwill. Once it is fundamentally understood, believe me, doing the questions, you will not even have to mug up the formulas. It will be automatically coming to your mind if you are understanding this all methods logically. Third method, at the times goodwill is valued by capitalization method. Now I have seen students mugging up this method like anything. They know how to do it, but they don't know what they are doing. Let me explain you perfectly what is goodwill in this method. First, who decides this method? It is decided by A, B and C. The parties involved decide that let us value the goodwill by capitalization method. Is it all right? First concept in capitalization method is to be understood is capital employed. Actually employed. I have already taken some capital employed in previous question, which was nothing but 1000 crore. Is it the same concept? The answer is yes. Is it a capital employed is nothing but 1000 crore. Is it all right? Now, how much you have actually invested? 1000 crore. Is it all right? For earning the same profit, try to understand what I am writing over here. This, for earning the same profit, what actually profit I am earning? Let me take it from previous question itself. What is the actual profit I am earning is 100 crore rupees. All right. Now, try to understand, for earning the same profit of 100 crore rupees, how much money is required by other competitors in industry. For earning this 100 crore rupees, how much money is required by other competitors in industry? For this, you require a industry capitalization rate. Let me first write down the rate. industry capitalization rate, and let me first value the goodwill. Is say 8%. Start it. I'm taking it from previous question itself. How much return other people are earning in the same industry? 8%. Then 8% will become my capitalization rate. Why it is termed as capitalization rate? Try to concentrate. Why it is termed as a capitalization rate? What is capitalization rate? 8% means this industry earns 8 rupees for every 100 rupees invested. If you invest 100 rupees in this type of business, say I'm manufacturing this pen, in this type of manufacturing of pen business, 8% normally people are earning. Is it all? How much you are earning? 100 crore. Is it all? How much money is required by other competitors in industry? Will be nothing but 100 crore divided by 8%. Is it all right? I'm doing this. I know it is 1250, but how to do it in calculator I'm explaining you. 100 divided by 8%. 8% is 0.08. Divided by 8% is nothing but 1250. It is 1250 rupees. All of you try to understand this 1250 rupees. If any other person in the industry wants to earn this 100 crore rupees as a profit, they would require 1250 rupees as an investment, asset minus liability or capital. They will have to put in 1250 rupees. They will have to purchase asset worth rupees 1250 rupees. How much asset I have purchased? 1000 crore rupees. Asset minus liability, net asset. Is it alright? How much assets or capital employed I am having? 1000 crore. It is good? Yes. By less money, I am earning the same profit. Other persons in the industry requires 1250 crore rupees, means they are having assets of 1250 crore rupees to get this 100 crore rupees profit. I am having 1000 crore rupees and I am still earning 100 crore rupees. So difference between this two should be goodwill. Sir, why difference should be goodwill? Try to understand. These are their net asset. Let me reduce the liability from my question. These are assets. So how much assets they are having to earn the same profit? 1250. How much asset I am having to earn the same profit? 1000. But the asset required is 1250. So 250 is an hidden item of asset which is not recorded in books of accounts, but it is still there, and that is nothing but goodwill. Is it all? Are you getting it? This is how the goodwill is valued by capitalization method. Is it all right? What is this exact figure? It is industry's requirement of money. It is industry's capital employed for earning same profit. Profit in our case is 100 crore rupees. Capital employed for earning same profit. So if this was 850, then goodwill cannot be negative. Is it all right? Then you are over investing your money and goodwill is negative, and so the valuation of goodwill will be 0. But this is how the capitalization method works. Last time I am explaining you logic. This is asset required or capital employed required by other persons in the industry to earn same profit. This is our assets to earn same profit or our capital employed to earn same profit. Then something is missing. What is missing is 250 should be the value of goodwill. Is right? So it cannot be recorded in books of accounts, but this is also one of the method by which valuation of goodwill can be made. Is it all? So Which are the three methods? Average profit method, super profit method, and capitalization method. Is it alright? So let me summarize this. Methods of valuation of goodwill. Three basic method. Average profit method, super profit method, and capitalization method. You can write down the formula and find out the answer of valuation of goodwill. I don't mind. Till the time you are already understanding the logic of the formula. Is it alright? So can I write down the formula over here? Yes. Average profit, by which method? Either simple average or weighted average multiplied by number of years. How to find out super profit? Super profit, very easy. Capital employed multiplied by actual written minus normal written. How to find out normal written? Capital employed multiplied by normal rate of return of industry. I will be getting normal return. This is super profit multiplied by number of years, which is given, will be nothing but goodwill. Sorry. Capitalization method. Can I find out? Yes. Is it alright? My profit or average profit divided by capitalization rate. In our case, it was 100 crore divided by 8%. I will be getting one figure minus capital employed, actually employed by me. The answer will be nothing but goodwill. Sir, can we mug up this formula? The answer is once again yes. Till the time you know everything logically what you are doing, then believe me, remembering the formula will be just an simple and easy task, because you are logically knowing it what you are actually doing in valuation of goodwill.